There is a time, and this is the time where oil will matter more than money. Oil will matter more than your legs. Oil will matter more than your six-pack. Oil will matter more than your car. So there is a thing that you need, even if you are rich. Your money can fail. You are not getting this. You can be in any argument with somebody, and that person says, look, for this issue to be over, just give me my 20,000 and that's it. We are gone. You delay by 1 minute and the person says, the 20,000 I no longer need. I just want to beat you up and mess up your whole family. Your money can fail. 1 Corinthians 2 verse number 1. And brethren, when I came to you, came not with excellence of speech or of wisdom, declaring unto you the testimony of God. It says, I didn't come to you with excellence of speech. Are you still here? 2 Corinthians 10 verse number 10. For his letters say they. How many remember that verse? It says when they look at the letters of Paul, they say they are weighty and powerful. But when you see him in bodily presence, he is weak. And his speech contemptible. In other words, Paul was so dangerous that when you would write a letter, you would look at the letter and think twice. But if you see him in body, he was weak. That means Paul needed something that is above bodily presence. I knew you were not here. In a few minutes, you'll get me. I want you to see something here. Number one, there is a bodily presence that also brings a certain level of vigor and power. But then there is something that is not noticeable by the eye. We call it the oil of God. I have a strange feeling that after I finish ministering here, your oil will be visible to your enemies. Your oil will be visible to everybody. And don't take this as a form of preaching. When you come out of this place, make sure you know you got oil. The woman had an alabaster box of oil, full of oil that she worked for almost a year's wage. That means she had to go out there every night to find a man. And the disciples are actually arguing that we should not get our master to be anointed using this oil. Not because it's unholy, but because it is a man called Judas who actually wanted the money. And the Bible says he says this not because he loved the poor, but because he used to help himself with the money that was in the bag. Imagine what it would take to get an accountant for 3 years. And you know the accountant is stealing money, and you still keep him as an accountant. That means you got cash. No, you're not getting what I'm saying. The day you find your accountant is a thief, that's the day you fire him. Jesus said, let him continue. He won't finish nothing. Because this money is not coming from there. There is an oil I have. There is a certain oil you need. Shout, give me oil. The problem why they fight you and they are not winning. The problem that why they even start the battle is because they don't know the cost of the oil in your alabaster box. They don't know the cost. They don't know what you had to give up in order to be here. They don't know what you said and no in order to be here. How much is your alabaster box of oil? How much? What have you given up in order to get here? There are positions, brothers and sisters, where your money is not needed, where your degree is not needed, where your certificate is never in question. Nobody wants to hear what you did at school. Nobody wants to hear which family you come from. All that matters in that moment is oil. I speak to somebody under the influence of my voice. I'm not discounting your school. I'm not discounting your degree or your certificate. In this church, we are learned. Your prophet here, I have 2 degrees in finance from University of Salford. BSc honors, best student award, postgraduate in education, University of Bolton, masters in entrepreneurship, University of Edinburgh. Your mother prophetess, she did business psychology, masters, University of Liverpool. So don't think we are discounting education. No, ma'am, no, sir. No. We are very way up there. Way up there. But the reality is, we know there is a time when your degree doesn't matter. When what you did at school doesn't matter. And all you gotta do is, I have oil. You don't know the cost of the oil in my alabaster box. When I break it, brother, you don't know what is needed. I see your CV in places. Only those with degrees. I know you're not hearing me. And for those of you that believe you can be beautiful, and you look in the mirror and you see your beautiful face, there is a location where your beauty will not count. Even that man you thought was going to love you and marry you for your beauty will leave you nicely, go for an ugly woman with oil. I knew you were not hearing what I'm talking about. Listen, I make jokes a lot with one of my sons here. Now hear this. I'm in Britain, and Pastor Felix says, I've got a young man here who is always giving, and is every time I'm in need, this is the guy who comes through. I said, okay, so do you want me to pray for him? Said, no, he has been declared dead at the hospital. I said, what? Put a video so I can talk to you. There is there. Raise your hand. There is there. Listen, being a graduate did not matter. Felix did not call me because I'm a graduate. He was looking for oil. There is a time it doesn't matter. You see, he has his own business. He doesn't work for the church. No. So I just see him around every time. So behind, just deep in my thoughts, I think he just became a protocol because he's afraid of dying the second time without me being around. So everywhere I am, I just see him from afar, like, there he is. Oil, brother. I said oil. There are sacrifices we have to make. Smith Wigglesworth saw a man in the crowds, his stomach big like this, a tumor. And the doctors said, just a few days to live. Smith Wigglesworth comes in and sees the man and says, come here. He hit him in the stomach. And everyone went exactly like you just did. He went back for the same guy. And the man said, son of the devil, why are you hitting people who are sick? And the man turned around to leave. And Smith Wigglesworth said, again, said, you mind your business. I know my business. Within a few days, cancer was no more. It doesn't make sense. Why would you beat up people? An individual found themselves at the end of his feast, dead, grab the dead body, put it against the wall. Imagine people at a funeral, a man grabs a dead person, puts it. Does it make sense? It doesn't. But in the oil side of things, it makes a lot of sense. You will start to do things that they will be shocked with. Because all you will rely on is oil. Where are you coming from? Which country? You're from UK?
Yes.
UK, okay.
Yes.
You?
Norway.
Norway.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Norway.
Norway.
Yeah.
USA.
USA. See, let's go here. You?
Ghana.
Ghana.
India.
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 South Africa.
Listen, we have not started going. All these are here to hear God from a guy from Zaka. What's the reason? Oil! I speak by the authority of the Spirit. You are about to move to higher dimensions now.